Hey traders, Marcello here, founder of the Day Trading Academy. Today we're going to be talking about how does day trading work. I think many of you guys that, especially beginners, are really curious how to be able to make money in the financial markets. I think that it's not the hardest thing to understand in the world, but obviously I want to be able to explain it to you guys so you understand a little bit better how professional traders actually make money in the markets. You guys can see the beautiful pool here in front of you. One of the reasons I love day trading is it provides you the capacity to live anywhere in the world, to travel. For me, the most important thing when it comes to day trading is actually the freedom that it provides. Not only time freedom, but also location freedom, and obviously the most important thing, financial freedom. We're here in Indonesia celebrating my birthday for a month, so I'm sure the other videos that you're going to see are going to be in other exotic locations in Asia. And one of the great things about trading and kind of a little bit of how I can jump into this conversation is the only thing you need to be successful at trading is an internet connection and a computer. It can be a laptop. It does not have to be a very expensive laptop. The internet connection does not have to be very fast either. I think now the majority of the US is covered in 4G with the wireless network, so you can trade from 4G. And really that's all you need. Now other than that, obviously you're going to need a strategy or a system in place to be able to trade with, and that really is all you need to be able to learn how to trade. I think that most of us that want to learn how to trade are a little bit confused kind of how you make money, right? So to put it in layman's terms, or to put it simply, traders, what we do is we speculate in which direction the market is going to go. And what I mean by market is it can be different financial products. So there's stocks, for example, which I think the majority of you guys should know what it is. There's futures contracts, which is what we specialize in because I think it's more advantageous. You can make a lot more money with less, and you don't have to trade for 10 hours a day or do any homework, right? You can just do it for an hour and then you're done, close the computer. Penny stocks, CFDs, even though they're illegal in the US. What else do we have? Options. We have all kinds of things that we can trade. And the idea is that we're going to, I don't want to say place a bet, because that implies, a kind of a casino mentality, but traders really don't kind of put their money in a casino and just hope that we're going to win. We really make a calculated decision based on an analysis that we do that can be either technical analysis or fundamental analysis. I think the more old school way of thinking is the fundamental analysis, where we look at the value of a company. Amazon, which is taking over the online retailing world. They have a great CEO, their products, they're innovative, etc., etc. That's fundamental analysis. Technical analysis is we're too lazy to do all that work. I don't want to read 100-page reports. I don't want to watch the news. I don't care what the CEO of Amazon says, the products they come out. All I want to look at is the chart, right? And on the chart, things may happen on the chart for what happens fundamentally, but we can read the chart and know what direction it's going to go. And what we do from there is we place our money on what direction is going to go. So in this situation, Amazon, right? Amazon's going to come out with a new product and we think it's going to do very well. So we buy Amazon because we think it's going to go up. It's that simple. After it goes up, we sell at a profit, and obviously if we buy one Amazon share at $10, we sell one Amazon share at $20, it's a $10 profit per position or per share of stock that we buy. So we can also make money on the short side, which means that we think that the value of a financial product, in this case, stocks, is going to go down. In which case, I don't want to get into the technicalities of what that means of actually borrowing the stock and going short. But essentially what it means is all we're going to do is we're going to bet that the value of the stock is going to go down, or the value of the financial product is going to go down. Now, with stocks, it's a little bit more complicated because when you buy a share of stock, you're actually buying a percentage ownership in that company. There's a lot of accounting things that go with that are a little bit complicated that actually the most of the brokers take care of. But when it comes to something like futures contracts, we don't actually buy a share of something. We're just speculating in the market. And what that means is, instead of buying a percentage share of Amazon stock or Amazon company when we buy a stock, we actually are just betting what direction the stock goes. That's literally what we do in the futures market. So we don't physically buy a financial product. We just place a bet on what direction the value of that product is going to go. And in the futures market, you can make a lot more money with less. So you can open an account with just $1,000, and if the market goes up $1, you can make anywhere between, I would say, $10 or $50 instead of just $1 in stocks. And I'll explain this to you. I think I might be speaking a little bit fast as well. So let's say I buy a futures contract and it goes up $1. Just like we bought the one share of stock that went up $1. We wouldn't just make $1 in futures. We actually would make anywhere between, let's say, $10 to $5,000 if it goes up $1, depending on what market we're trading. We specialize in the S&P 500, which basically means, I won't get too technical with you guys, but we buy that futures contract. Let's say it's at 1,000, or let's say it's at 10, just like we had the Amazon stock. We buy it at 10, we sell it at 20. In the S&P 500, those $10 is actually $50 profit per dollar that it goes up. So that basically means that those $10 would equate to a $500 profit. And that's only with a $1,000 account. So that's essentially how traders make money in the markets. I think that there's also different time frames that we can trade in. I prefer the intraday trading, which means that we trade inside the day. We start at 9:30, well, a little bit earlier. We do our pre-market analysis, which takes less than 5 minutes. We start trading at about 9:30 Eastern time, and we finish trading, most of us, at about 10:30 Eastern time. So we can really make a full-time income with just an hour a day. The majority of our traders actually trade for about 15-20 minutes a day. But we do have traders that actually trade all day and make a lot more money, obviously, as well. So that's really an idea of how we make money in the markets, how we use the financial markets to make a full-time income. I think that one of the things I should mention as well is that I don't want you guys to believe that you're just going to buy a course and next week you're going to start making $1 million, because that's not the way it works. This is a process that you have to go through. It's something that you have to learn. It's an instinct, let's say, that you have to develop, and that takes time. The fastest that I've seen someone learn this is about 6 weeks, which is a gentleman by the name of Jim Steele. I call him Superman because he's one of the best traders that I have seen. That's why I call him Superman. The longest I've seen somebody take is 2 or 3 years. For example, me, I took about 2 years to become consistently profitable. Other traders I've seen take 3 years, 4 years even. So it depends on how serious you're going to take it. It depends on how much time you can dedicate to it. I think you can learn how to do this part-time. For those of you that have a family, you have full-time jobs, you want to manage your own 401k or retirement fund, because obviously I'm sure a lot of these brokerage houses aren't giving you the returns that you want. And it's really something that anybody can do, in my opinion. You don't need to know math. You don't have to know anything about finance or economics. Women are actually better traders than men. I might put a link somewhere here of the first female master trader that we have at DTA. And I think that's one of the things that actually sets us aside at DTA, is that we actually have a lot of different master traders that have been able to have the success that a lot of us look for. It's not just me making money or another person making money. It's actually a group of us, which is great. And obviously for us, and I think it's something that you guys should consider as well, the most important thing in this game is not making $1 million, right? Obviously you can get rich doing this, but it's not, I'm not a millionaire. I don't want to be a millionaire. I think the most important thing to understand when it comes to trading is that the key is to be consistently profitable. That's it. So in the beginning, you're going to make $1 a day, you're going to make $50 a day, you're going to make $100 a day, and maybe even $20 a day, but that builds the account. Eventually, you double your positions, you start making $100, $200 a day. A few months go by, a few years go by, you start making hundreds of dollars a day, and then eventually you get to the point where you become a master trader, what I consider a master trader, where you can make money in any kind of market, you can make money at any point in time. Obviously, you're going to lose money trading, right? But obviously, the goal is to always make more money than you lose. And you know, you can start making tens of thousands of dollars a day when you get to the point where you have that level of expertise. So that's really as simple as day trading works, guys. It's obviously the process of learning is a little bit more difficult. I don't want you guys to think that you're going to buy some program and next week you're going to start making $1 million. That's not the way it works. But obviously, if you put your effort into it, if you put your mind into it, I believe anybody can really learn how to do this. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you guys can mark it with a hashtag AskMarcello. I'm going to go ahead and pull those questions and start answering them for you every week. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Du bist halt doch keine Sorge, die Falten stehen dir gut. Und ich weiß, in deinen Adern fließt singapurisches Blut. Doch für einen Monat wegzugehen ist dir hoffentlich genug. Wir rappen hier für dich mit fast der ganzen Awesome Crew und sind traurig, denn der Einzige, der fehlt, bist du. Nächsten Monat bist du weg, ich wünsch dir einen guten Flug. Ich hau dann ab nach London, doch ich schick dir eine Postkarte zu. Ich hab übrigens keine bekommen.